Welcome to Home Tiny Lab. In this YouTube video, I will speak on how to install the Xen Orchestra Appliance from source, so the community edition. I will do this step by step, and I will refer to all the links that I'm using in the description, and for other things that I'm using, most of them are already referred to in previous videos on my channel. So we see each other back after the intro. So here we are back. I'm using Xen Orchestra Appliance that's running on my TreuNAS to demonstrate how you can install another Xen Orchestra Appliance on a virtual machine. You could also install it on another machine. It doesn't have to be a virtual machine. So you can start from the Xen Orchestra documentation and try to install everything with the packages and compile it yourself. The installation is only validated for Debian 9 if you follow this manual. But if you go to a GitHub page, it's a GitHub page that has always been good maintained. And here you can see the minimum requirements for installation if you are using this script on the GitHub page. But I recommend that you use this, the system recommendations for operation, and even add some memory. 4 gig is normally enough. Okay, so let's prepare a virtual machine. So here I have a base installation of ubuntu. That's the one that I'm going to duplicate. Fast clone. Okay. Let's change the name here so that it's more obvious for what it is used. Xen Orchestra Community Edition for YouTube. One thing important, I told about the minimum requirements. Let's check them before we start up the virtual machine. So it's only 1 gig. Let's make it 4 gig. And 4 gig. And we are not going to use dynamic, so this also 4 gig. Okay. Let's look. Okay, there are 4 CPUs allocated. I have 4 threads allocated. That's good for this demo, and 20 gigabyte also allocated as disk space for this demo. Let's start up the virtual machine. Let's go to console mode. All this I will try to fast forward until systems are booted up. Okay, the system is online. Let's go for the in general tab, look for the IP address. It's 200, and now we can log in with a terminal session. So it was 200, and we are logged in. Let's clear this. Let's make it a little bit bigger. Okay. Something I always do on a freshly it's Ubuntu, so we have to use sudo if you are using the base installation. Sudo apt update and followed by apt upgrade, and yes to all package to install, password. Okay, everything is updated, so the system is ready to install Xen Orchestra on. Let's go back to the browser page and go over to the GitHub, and there I can show you the line to be used. So for the installation, this is the commands to enter. Let's copy. I'm showing it here with copy paste. You can type the lines also. So paste. So the process here is automated. If you are doing this by hand, it will take a lot more time. At the end, the message will be the IP address where you can browse to, and the account. The default account is admin.net user, the default user, and the password is admin. Okay. So the script has done its magic, and here we have the information how we can access the Xen Orchestra Appliance and how we can log in. For the moment, I'm not going to do this. I am going now over to the second step that I want to show. So if you go down further in the file, you can see how you can create your self-signed SSL if you want to use HTTPS to access your Xen Orchestra appliance. Here again, everything is pre-done for you. You only have to select this. Copy and go again to your terminal session and paste. Here the M from Mike is missing. And let's create now the key file and certificate file. Here you have to enter some mandatory fields to enter. Some state, city, some city, organization, tiny lab, organization unit, home, Xen Orchestra Appliance, email address, me at home.net, and this is done. Okay, now you have to edit the file. Don't forget to enter sudo. I do. I'm using VI. Let's clear it. It makes it a little bit easier. So sudo vi, and now we have to locate the file to edit. Opt Xen Orchestra and packages. The directory also XO server, and the file to edit is XO server, and enter. So it's opened. We have to look for port 80 in the file. That's the port that we want to change to 433. Oh no, 443 for HTTPS. And then we have to enter the location of the certificate file. And the location is in the etc structure SSL certs and certificates not pam. And then we have to enter the key location. It is etc structure again, SSL private and key, not pam. And then we have to write and to leave the file. And then we have to restart the Xen Orchestra service. I think we do it like this. Again, sudo system ctl restart exo server service. Okay, can we check the status to see if it runs? That it didn't stop on execution. No. Active running, it works. Okay, let's test now in the browser if we can access it with HTTPS. So the IP address was this. Copy it to clipboard. Let's go over, let's type HTTPS and paste and go. Here we have to accept the risk and continue. And now we have to log in with the default admin account and admin. Let's not save this password from sources. Okay, that's good. To use with caution, we know. And now you have a freshly installed Xen Orchestra Appliance from source. And now you have to add your server that you want to maintain, or your servers, if you are lucky. And you can create from here on your virtual machines. Okay. So this is one way to correctly install your Xen Orchestra Appliance. I'm going to close this and I'm going to shut down this system. And going back to my VMs, the non-runnings, and I'm going to start the appliance that I use normally. Let's look at the boot process. And now I'm going to show how you can update it without the need to reinstall it every time when a new release is presented. So to update, if you go down further down, there's a link to the GitHub page where the updater script is. So I'm going to click on this, and there you will have again the basic usage. the instruction to execute if you want to update your Xen Orchestra appliance. When the system is booted, I'm going to try to update this appliance. This one has the IP, it's a fixed IP. And I'm going to it. Does it already? It's already present. Advanced, accept the risk and continue. Here normally I've already created another user and changed the password. I usually don't save. And here is already connected to the host, XCP-ng host. You see the Pop! OS workstation that I'm using now, and the Xen Orchestra Appliance Community Edition that's running. So I am going to it, and now I'm going to update this instance. If you look at this, you see that there's a backup already implemented on this Xen Orchestra system. That's also something new, that the backups can be seen virtual machine by virtual machine. Let's go back to XCP-ng host. Okay. And let's look at the VMs running again. Let's click. And now I'm going to open a terminal again. Full screen. Let's make the font size a little bit bigger. And SSH into 32. And then entering the password. Okay. Let's again check if there are any updates to do. We did it this way. Update. Followed by sudo and upgrade minus yes. Entering the password again. Okay. Update is done for the system. Now let's update Xen Orchestra if there's an update to do, but normally there will be. Let's clear this. So this is the base update from the GitHub page. Let's execute this. Okay, the incorrect version of node is detected, so you have to execute this line. Sudo nlts. And then we will have to execute again the base install for the update, the base update. Checking packages. Okay, he has also restarted the XO server, so we don't have to do this again. Something very important, if it's the first time that you're running the update script, it will ask for email and username. It's with the commands are listed when it's the first time. You will list it twice when you try to execute the update script. And for Ubuntu users, don't forget to play sudo before the command. So the update is done. Let's refresh this page and let's go to VMs. And some things that are new for the latest release of Xen Orchestra. Here there are some buttons added. The power status and the backup, I think, are added. The power state is useful. You have running is selected by default. If you deselect it, you have all your VMs. If you select altered systems, you only have the altered systems. I don't have paused or suspended systems, so no need to it. If you're taking your backups, you can see, if you ask which VMs are backup, you can select this. Backed up VMs. You see that all my VMs are backed up. But that's for a later video. The backup strategy is possible with Xen Orchestra Appliance. It's very well done and very useful if you have to, if you are maintaining a lot of virtual machines. And once you are above 5, 6 virtual machines, a good backup strategy that it's automated helps. So this was what I had to show for the installation and update for Xen Orchestra, and how you can make it that you have to use HTTPS. Don't forget to give a like if you like content like this, and if you want to see my other videos, go to my channel and don't forget to subscribe if you like what you see. I see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.